Hi, I'm Joe Herbert, broker and owner of Joe Herbert Realty. And today I'm coming back to you now with episode 1 of the Golden Rules of Real Estate Agent Sales Success. And remember, this is going to be a 20-part video series on all the key functions and processes and knowledge you need to succeed in the business of helping people buy and sell real estate. So episode 1 today is called The 4 Stages of the Real Estate Sales Profession. I was an electrical engineer before I became a real estate agent and a broker, and I was in industry for 20 years. And when you're in industry, working especially in manufacturing, things are always broken down into processes. And having been a realtor for 12 years and now a broker for 3 years, when I decided to become a broker, I knew I was going to have to provide excellent training. And I looked at everything we did. I created a document that was called the Real Estate Sales Process. And in that document, I wrote down every single task that a real estate agent performs, front to back, everything. And it became obvious to me that I could group those tasks together in 4 stages. And that's how I came up with the 4 stages of the real estate sales profession. So this video is going to be about that. So sit tight, we'll be right back. We're going to discuss those 4 stages and what are the tasks and processes that take place in those stages. So stay tuned. Okay, as promised, the 4 stages of the real estate sales profession. And this is episode 1 of the Golden Rules for Real Estate Sales Success. And as I mentioned, I made a list of every task that a realtor would have to be trained on, every task they perform. I did that when I decided to become a broker. And I realized I could group this training into 4 stages, okay? And these are the 4 stages right here, and we're going to talk about them right now. We have business acquisition, which is stage 1. Stage 2 is business fulfillment. Stage 3 is transaction management. And stage 4 is past client relationship management. So in this video, I'm just going to talk about the definition of each one of these. And then we'll come back and we're going to have a video for each stage so I can get into the details of each stage, some of the tools you can use to do it, and the nitty-gritty details. But let's talk about what each one of these stages encompasses. And we'll see if you agree with me that does this cover everything that real estate agents do. So the first one is business acquisition. This is the art of finding business. And the reason why this stage exists for real estate agents is as soon as we help somebody buy or sell real estate, we've got to go find another client. We literally have to go find another job. If you're a plumber or a school teacher or a sales clerk, if you're an engineer, if you you work driving a forklift, whatever, you go to a job interview, and if you get the job, that's it. You have the job. After that, every day you go to work to the same job. But when you help somebody buy or sell a home, as soon as they close on that home, you're out of work. You need to go find another client. You need to go find another job. So this is literally job hunting for agents. Okay, it's the marketing, communications, lead generation, follow-up, and ultimately a successful job search when you turn a lead into a client. Okay. So this is something that never goes away. We're always trying to generate leads and get them to become new clients. So business acquisition is something we have to get good at. A lot of the tasks in this business acquisition you do not need a real estate license to perform most of the steps in this stage. A good admin or marketing person can handle some of this marketing, branding, and most of the lead gen tasks. The follow-up tasks should be performed by the agent. So in other words, let's say you generate some leads, you put them in your CRM system, you attach them to some automatic drip campaigns. When they finally respond to a text or an email that, okay, yeah, I do want to see this house, you need to call them as the agent and schedule that showing and go show them the house. You're the one then that needs to take them from being a lead to a client, okay? But in this stage, this right now is you're just trying to generate leads, okay? And you're following up. Now, if they become a client, what happens is business fulfillment begins. That's stage 2. This is, again, where a lead has decided they want you to help them buy a home or they want you to sell a home, and now they're going to become an official client in writing, okay? Left out a word here. Okay, so this is the process of bringing buyers and sellers together on a purchase agreement. This stage is comprised of all the tasks and efforts we do to help clients find real estate they will buy or help sellers find buyers. This is the main job of a licensed real estate agent. This is what we really get paid for, is working with clients and helping them buy and sell real estate, okay? And just to be clear, when you're in stage 1, which is business acquisition, you're trying to generate leads. But a lead becomes a client when they sign your buyer agency agreement or the seller signs the listing agreement. That's when they've committed in writing to work with you, and now they're a client. When they become a client, that's when you enter stage 2 and you try to fulfill their business needs. That's why I call it business fulfillment, okay? Now it's time to do the job of being the real estate agent and help people sell their home or help buyers buy a home, okay? So that's business fulfillment. Okay, we're all familiar with this one, transaction management. This client now has put a home under agreement to buy it, or the seller has their home under agreement with a buyer, okay? And now we have to help them go from being under agreement to the closing, where that property actually changes hands, okay? And you have it right there. Your client has signed an agreement with all the terms of how they will buy or sell a home, and you're going to help them facilitate the process of actually purchasing or selling that home. Okay? And it's comprised of all the tasks by the time the property goes under agreement and the closing day, which is the day the buyer gets possession and the seller gives possession. Now, good news again, most of the transaction management tasks can be performed by support staff. There are things that the realtor should do, like helping negotiate through inspection concerns, appraisal issues, lending issues, going on the final walkthrough and being at that closing, okay? Making sure you're, well, again, there's a lot of tasks that your administrative assistant can help you with. But there are a few that you need to do. Okay, so let's assume that this transaction management went well and the buyers and sellers have had a closing and the house has been sold. That client immediately, the day after the closing, is now a past client, okay? And if you do past client relationship management correctly and consistently, what's great about this is your job just gets easier over time because clients will want to do business with you again in the future. That means you have to perform stage 1. Remember stage 1, business acquisition? You'll be doing that less and less because you're just going to get repeat business and referrals. And that's the name of this game. Your goal every year should have to be to do less lead generation and more past client follow-up, okay? So this stage 4 to me is one that is so valuable, but most realtors don't do it. 65% of my business is repeat or referral. 65%. That's fantastic. My life is so easy. People are calling me, asking me to sell their home. That's where you want to get your business. And if you do stage 4 right, people will be pursuing you, okay? Past client relationship management is the process of keeping the business you already earn and leveraging that business to find new business, okay? And this is a true fact in any industry. It is exponentially easier to get repeat business from your past clients and get referrals from them than it is to generate new business. That generating new business, that was stage 1, business acquisition. You have to do that in the beginning, but you want to do that less and less as time goes on, okay? So this stage 4, past client relationship management, it is critical to ensure that your past clients use you as their agent the next time they want to buy or sell real estate and they refer business to you, okay? So, one more thing about past client relationship management. Again, a lot of this you don't need to have a real estate license to do. And when we get to the video with the details on this, you'll see what I'm talking about. But a good admin or marketing person can handle the setup and most of the tasks in this past client relationship program. You need to handle the live communication because part of this program is picking up the phone and calling your past clients a couple times a year, okay? But other than that, once this program is set up, you can have a support person run it for you, okay? So those are the 4 stages. So let me just run back up to the top here real quick. And let's just look at them again. 4 stages of the real estate sales profession. Business acquisition, which is finding, it's marketing, branding, lead generation, and follow-up until a lead becomes a client. Once they're a client, you go to stage 2, and this is business fulfillment. That's where you fulfill their order. I want a house like this, or I want to sell this house. Now that client, you're gonna actually do the job of being a realtor. Once their house goes under agreement, you move to stage 3. That's helping that buyer and seller get to the closing table. Once that deal is closed, that client becomes a past client, and they flow into past client relationship management. So there you have it. 4 stages of the real estate sales profession, and we're going to come back with 4 videos now on each one of these to give you the details. So that's it for now. Stay tuned for episode 3, 4, 5, and 6, which will be the details on these processes. Thanks for tuning in and have a great week.